As ordens! Pronto pra marchar! Posição! As ordens! Pronto pra marchar! Companhia! Atenção! As ordens! Ordens. Pronto! Sim, senhor! As ordens! Sim, senhor! As ordens! Em posição! Em posição! Ordens! posição! Sim, senhor! Pronto pra marchar!
I am speaking to you from the cabinet room at 10 Downing Street. This morning, the British ambassador in Berlin handed the German government a final note stating that unless we heard from them by 11 o'clock, that they were prepared at once to withdraw their troops from Poland, a state of war would exist between us. I have to tell you now that no such undertaking has been received, and that consequently this country
Sim, senhor!
is at war with Germany. You can imagine what a bitter blow it is to me that all my long struggle to win peace has failed. Yet I cannot believe that there is anything more or anything different that I could have done and that would have been more successful. Up to the very last, it would have been quite possible to have arranged
Pronto pra
peaceful
marchar!
and honorable settlement between Germany and Poland. But Hitler would not have it. He had evidently made up his mind to attack Poland whatever happened. And although he now says he put forward reasonable proposals which were rejected by the Poles, that is not a true statement. The proposals were never shown to the Poles, nor to us. And though they were announced in the German broadcast on Thursday night, Hitler did not wait to hear comments on them, but ordered his troops to cross the Polish frontier the next morning. His action shows convincingly that there is no chance of expecting that this man will ever give up his practice of using force against his will. He can only be stopped by force. And we in France are today, in fulfillment of our obligations, going to the aid of Poland, who is so bravely resisting this wicked and unprovoked attack upon her people. We have a clear conscience. We have done all that any country could do to establish peace. But a situation in which no word given by Germany's ruler could be trusted, and no people or country could feel itself safe, had become intolerable. And now that we have resolved the solution, I know that you will all play your part with calmness and courage.
combat with bodies like iron. Hides his emotions, his blood's running cold. Just like his victories, his story unfolds. Bright, our white light. If there be any glory in war, let it rest on men like him. Cross the scroll of Mexion, where no soldiers sleep and where hell 6 feet deep. The deathless wait, there's no debate. So charge and attack, going to hell and back. A man of the 15th, a man of can-do. Friends fall around him, and yet he came through. Let them fall face down if they must die, making it easier to say goodbye. Right.
Pronto pra marchar! Às ordens!
to their own shore. In the World War bleed, standing and lead in the beauty west.
As ordens!
Took the short way in, the long route back, convoy 92. Furious and Ingham leading, tankers to the west. And upon the North Atlantic, lie the silence of the sea. And on the quietest night, in the darkest hour, the Kriegsmarine appear. Above the surface it seems white and calm. Deep down below the wolfpack lurks. No, no, no! To their own shore, in the World War bleed, standing and lead in the beauty west. In their own track, in the wolfpack bleeds, and the convoy into the hornet's nest. At the crack of dawn, the second day, Europe stands in flames. Off the convoy sunk or disabled, heading back to shore. But below the North Atlantic, on the bottom of the sea. Oh, second night, in the darkest hour, the Kriegsmarine returns. The wolf at surface for the second time. To make the convoy face its fate. No, no, no! To their own shore, in the World War bleed, standing and lead in the beauty west. In their own track, in the wolfpack bleeds, led the convoy into the hornet's nest. Under fire, underwater, they fought it through and beauty did bear the test. To their own shore, in the World War bleed, standing and leading them into death.
Go, Bahia! Em prontidão!
Mr. Speaker, on Friday evening last, I received His Majesty's commission to form a new administration. It was the evident wish and will of Parliament and the nation that this should be conceived on the broadest possible basis, and that it should include all parties,
Companhia!
both
Atenção!
those who supported the late government and also the
Ordens.
parties of the opposition. I have completed the most important part of this task. A war cabinet has been formed of 5 members, representing, with the Liberal opposition, the unity of the nation. The 3 party leaders have agreed to serve either in the war cabinet or in high executive office. The 3 fighting services have been filled. It was necessary that this should be done in one single day, on account of the extreme urgency and rigor of events. A number of other key positions were filled yesterday, and I am submitting a further list to be mentioned tonight. I hope to complete the appointment of the principal ministers during tomorrow. The appointment of the other ministers usually takes a little longer, but I trust that when Parliament meets again, this part of my task will be completed, and that the administration will be complete in all respects. Sir, I considered it in the public interest to suggest that the House should be summoned to meet today. Mr. Speaker agreed and took the necessary steps, in accordance with the powers conferred upon him by the resolution of the House. At the end of the proceedings today, the adjournment of the House will be proposed until Tuesday, the 21st of May, with, of course, provision for earlier meetings. This was a great trial of strength between the British and German air forces. Can you conceive a greater objective for the Germans in the air than to make evacuation from these beaches impossible? And to sink all these ships which were displayed almost to the extent of thousands? Could there have been an objective of greater military importance and significance for the whole purpose of the war than this? They tried hard, and they were beaten back. They were frustrated in their task. We got the army away, and they have paid fourfold for any losses which they have inflicted. Sir, when we consider how much greater would be our advantage in defending the air above this island against an overseas attack, I must say that I find in these facts a sure basis upon which practical and reassuring thoughts may rest. I will... Mr. Speaker, the disastrous military events which have happened during the past fortnight have not come to me with any sense of surprise. Indeed, I indicated a fortnight ago, as clearly as I could to the House, that the worst possibilities were open. And I made it perfectly clear that whatever happened in France would make no difference to the resolve of Britain and the British Empire to fight on, if necessary for years, if necessary alone. I have thought it right upon this occasion to give the House and the country some indication of the solid, practical grounds upon which we base our inflexible resolve to continue the war. There are a good many people who say, never win or lose, sink or swim, better die than submit to tyranny, and such a tyranny. And I do not dissociate myself from them. But I can assure them that our professional advisors of the three services unitedly advise that we should carry on the war, and that there are good and reasonable hopes of final victory. We have fully informed and consulted all the self-governing dominions. These great communities, far beyond the oceans, who have been built up on our laws and on our civilization, and who are absolutely free to choose their course, but are absolutely devoted to the ancient motherland, and who feel themselves inspired by the same emotions which lead me to stake our all upon duty and honor. We do not yet know what will happen in France, or whether the French resistance will be prolonged, both in France and in the French Empire overseas. The French government will be throwing away great opportunities and casting adrift their future if they do not continue the war in accordance with their treaty obligations, from which we have not felt able to release them. The House will have read the historic declaration in which it is the desire of many Frenchmen and of our own hearts we have proclaimed our willingness at the darkest hour in French history into a union of common citizenship in this struggle. However matters may go in France, or with the French government, or other French governments, we in this island and in the British Empire will never lose our sense of comradeship with the French people. If we are now called upon to endure what they have been suffering, we shall emulate their courage. And if final victory rewards our toils, they shall share the gain. I and freedom shall be restored to all. We abate nothing of our just demand. Not one jot or tittle do we recede. Czechs, Poles, Norwegians, Dutch, Belgians have joined their causes to our own. All these shall be restored, but General Vagon's force.
Малодушие, беспечность от настроения мирного строительства вполне понятно в военное время, но пагубно в настоящее время, когда война коренным образом изменила положение. Факт жестко неумолим. Он ставит своей целью охват наших земель, перед нашим током. Охват нашего войнящего нашим трудом. Он ставит своей целью восстановление власти помещиков, восстановление царизма, разрушение национальной культуры и национальной государственности русских, украинцев, белорусов, литовцев, латышей, эстонцев, узбеков, татар, молдаван, грузин, армян, азербайджанцев и других свободных стран Советского Союза. Их аннулирование, их превращение в рабов немецких князей и баронов. И наведет таким образом о жизни и смерти советского государства, о жизни и смерти народа на сесе, о том, быть народом Советского Союза свободным и мир даст порабощение. Можно, чтобы советские люди поняли, перестали быть беззаботными.
This is a talk on national security, because the nub of the whole purpose of your president is to keep you now, and your children later, and your grandchildren much later, out of a last-ditch war for the preservation of American independence and of all the things that American independence means to you and to me and to ours. Never before, since Jamestown and Plymouth Rock, has our American civilization been in such danger as now. The Nazi masters of Germany have made it clear that they intend not only to dominate all life and thought in their own country, but also to enslave the whole of Europe, and then to use the resources of Europe to dominate the rest of the world. In view of the nature of this undeniable threat, it can be asserted properly, categorically, that the United States has no right or reason to encourage talk of peace until the day shall come when there is a clear intention on the part of the aggressor nations to abandon all thought of dominating or conquering the world. The forces of the states that are leagued against all people who live in freedom are being held away from our shores. The Germans and Italians are being blocked on the other side of the Atlantic by the British, by the Greeks, and by thousands of soldiers and sailors who are able to escape from subjugated countries. The Japanese are being engaged in China, in Asia, by the Chinese nation in another great defense. In the Pacific Ocean is our fleet, a gun loaded with explosive bullets, economic as well as military. Frankly and definitely, there is danger ahead. Danger against which we must prepare. But we well know that we cannot escape danger or the fear of it by crawling into bed and pulling the covers over our heads. Germany has said that she was occupying Belgium to save the Belgians from the British. Would she hesitate then to say to any South American country, we are occupying you to protect you from aggression by the United States? Belgium is being used as an invasion base against Britain, now fighting for its life. Any South American country in Nazi hands would always constitute a jumping-off place for German attack on any one of the other republics of this hemisphere. We think of Hawaii as an outpost of defense in the Pacific, yet the Azores are closer to our shores in the Atlantic than Hawaii is on the other side. There are those who say that the Axis would never have any desire to attack the Western Hemisphere. This is the same dangerous form of wishful thinking which has destroyed the powers of resistance of so many conquered peoples. Let us no longer blind ourselves to the undeniable fact that the evil forces which have crushed, undermined, and corrupted so many others are already within our own gates. Your government knows much about them, and every day is ferreting them out. Their secret emissaries are active in our own and neighboring
Companhia,
countries.
atenção!
They seek to stir up suspicion and dissension, cause internal strife. They try to turn capital against labor and vice versa. They try to reawaken long slumbering racial and religious enmities, which should have no place in this country. And there are also American citizens, many of them in high places, who unwittingly, in most cases, are aiding and abetting the work of these agents. I do not charge these American citizens with being foreign agents, but I do charge them with doing exactly the kind of work that the dictators want done in the United States. The experience of the past 2 years has proven beyond doubt
Pronto pra
that
marchar!
no nation can appease the Nazis. No man can tame a tiger into a kitten by
Às
stroking
suas
it.
ordens!
There can be no appeasement with ruthlessness. There can be
Posição!
no reasoning with an incendiary bomb.
Sim, senhor! Pronto pra marchar! E prontidão! Às ordens!
coming swiftly. The border's closing in. We're a company of soldiers. They're 40 rifles strong. All alone. Stand alone. Our den of the ground is burning, and rumble is at hand. As the blitzkrieg's pushing harder, the war is all around. All around. Hold your ground. Wait for 18 days of battles, no one's on our side. You will fight for all until the bullets are gone.
As ordens!
We will resist and fight, fight hard, 'cause we are all inside. We take up arms and fight, fight hard.
E prontidão!
Resist and do what's right.
Em guarda, senhor!
No matter our fighting, the numbers will still count. We're outgunned and few in numbers. We're doomed to flag or fail. We fought hard, held our ground.
E prontidão!
When captured by the Axis,
Ordens!
those who tell the truth, we will tell it with a smile. We will surprise them with a laugh. We are on. We were on. We were told to hold the border, and that is what we did. Onward were our orders in despite of our foe. We will resist
E
and
prontidão!
fight hard.
Pronto pra marchar!
All inside. We take up arms and fight, fight hard. Resist and do what's right. Gloria fortis miles, the Wehrmacht closing in. Adversor et adversus, the war against the Liga. Gloria fortis miles, the Wehrmacht closing in. Adversor et adversus, the war against the Liga. We will resist and fight, fight hard, 'cause we are all inside. We take up arms and fight, fight hard, resist and do what's right.
Ordens! As ordens!
Força, rise!
E prontidão! Ordens! Sim, senhor!
Do you remember when the Nazis was the rule on Poland? 1939, and the Allies turned
Ordens. Em posição. Ordens. Companhia. Em guarda, senhor. Companhia. Atenção! E prontidão! Pronto! Pronto para marchar! Sim, senhor! Em posição! As ordens! Companhia, atenção! Companhia, atenção! Companhia, atenção! Ordens! Ordens! E prontidão! Pronto! Sim, senhor! Pronto pra marchar! Pronto pra marchar! posição! Companhia, atenção! Às suas ordens! Ordens! Companhia, atenção! Sim, senhor! Às ordens! Pronto! Às ordens! Ordens? Ordens? Avançar! Pra frente! Ordens? Companhia, atenção!
Soldiers, sailors, and airmen of the Allied Expeditionary Force, you are about to embark upon the great crusade toward which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you. The hopes and prayers of liberty-loving people everywhere march with you. In company with our brave allies and brothers in arms on other fronts, you will bring about the destruction of the German war machine, the elimination of Nazi tyranny over the oppressed peoples of Europe, and security for ourselves in a free world. Your task will not be an easy one. Your enemy is well-trained, well-equipped, and battle-hardened. He will fight savagely. But this is the year 1944. Much has happened since the Nazi triumphs of 1940-41. The United Nations have inflicted upon the Germans great defeats in open battle, man to man. Our air offensive has seriously reduced their strength in the air and their capacity to wage war on the ground. Our home fronts have given us an overwhelming superiority in weapons and munitions of war, and placed at our disposal great reserves of trained fighting men. The tide has turned. The free men of the world are marching together to victory. I have full confidence in your courage, devotion to duty, and skill in battle. We will accept nothing less than full victory. Good luck, and let us all beseech the blessing of Almighty God upon this great and noble undertaking.
HOI4!
1939, and the Allies burned away. From the underground, rose a hope of freedom as a whisper. Sitting in despair, but they never lost their faith. Women, men, and children fight, they were dying side by side. And the blood they shed upon the streets was a sacrifice willingly paid. Warsaw, city at war, voices from underground whispers of freedom. 1944, help that never came. Warsaw, city at war, voices from underground whispers of freedom. Rise up and hear the call, history calling to you. Spirit, soul, and heart in accordance with the old traditions. 1944, still the Allies burned away. Fighting street to street in a time of hope and desperation. Did it on their own, and they never lost their faith. Women, men, and children fight, they were dying
Vamos, en
side by
marcha!
side. And the blood they shed upon the streets was a sacrifice willingly paid. Warsaw, city at war, voices from underground, whispers of freedom. 1944, help that never came. Calling Warsaw, city at war, voices from underground, whispers of freedom. Rise up and hear the call, history calling to you. Warszawa!
Pronto pra marchar!